To know that you're so close to making history here with another trip to the final, what does that feel like?
We don't really look at it as back-to-back. I mean, there's different guys here, but this is what you work hard for all year, to give yourself a chance to, to play. And in this situation, it's not something that happens very often. So it's a great opportunity for us.
At this point, it doesn't really matter how you got here. Whether you took down a past champion or twice stared down elimination.
The defending champions are going to defend still.
Whether it's your first time.
And the Nashville Predators are Western Conference champions.
Or whether you've held the cup before. What does matter is that you are here.
That's right! Penguins win it! And they go to the final!
6 weeks ago, there were 16 teams. Now, only 2 remain. One trying to become the first since the turn of the new century to win back-to-back Stanley Cups.
Good job. Get another one, Bill.
Hockey royalty with the undisputed king of the sport.
Let's go Predators!
The other, as much of a story off the ice as on.
It is a hat trick for Colton Sissons.
A personality-filled team just like the city it represents.
Wow, this place is just rocking.
An unlikely hockey hub south of the Mason-Dixon line. This is where it all comes to an end. This is All Access. Quest for the Stanley Cup.
Come on, bud. That's my dog, Stanley. He's a Stanley Cup dog. Back in 2006, we were in the Cup Conference Finals, and it's crazy. As you know, the playoffs, it always gets crazy. And my wife has been around a long time in hockey, and she would never call me on a game day close to the game. And we had lost game 1 at home in Carolina. And she ended up calling me. She goes, "I know you're busy," she said, "but the kids just walked into my bedroom. They found this little puppy in the street. All of his brothers and sisters were killed. He was the only one who made it. And he doesn't have a home." She goes, "Do you want to keep him?" And we ended up beating Buffalo and then beating Edmonton in the finals. So Stanley's, when he was just this big, he actually was in the Cup. So he's probably waiting for another one.
After winning the Stanley Cup with the Carolina Hurricanes in 2006, this is the 3rd final for Nashville coach Peter Laviolette. One of only 4 men to bring 3 different teams this far.
Come on, bud.
But given the Predators' position starting the playoffs, it's almost certainly the most surprising.
Be a good boy, okay? I think every team starts with one objective, and that's to win a Stanley Cup. And then there's a long process that goes into that. And we didn't get out of the gate the way we wanted to in October. I think when the last 2 months of the season rolled around, we were playing really good hockey and really started to play well. I think that there was just a confidence going down the stretch that we could be successful in the playoffs.
Nashville might be deep in the heart of football country, but these days, Predator fans go out of their way to embrace Laviolette's team.
The fan support is unbelievable. You feel it grow through the course of the playoffs, like the nature of the beast inside of the Stanley Cup and the way it grows and the excitement grows around it.
Sis, here we go. Sis.
I don't know if I've seen anything like it.
That's it, PK.
Everybody's dialed in. They can see it. They can smell it. They can almost grab it. There's could be up to 7 games left. Both teams will be ready to play.
Today, there's good news at practice. After missing the last 2 games, Captain Mike Fisher is back on the ice. And like his teammate and former Penguin James Neal, eager to get the show on the road.
Bring it in.
Here we go, boys.
Whoa, Malone.
All right, boys. you know, all year we've built this belief in each other that, you know, we could win any game, we could win any series, and we could win ultimately the Stanley Cup. So it's been a lot of hard work, but it's all going to pay off, and it's going to be an unbelievable journey for us in this last series, and no better team than the beat than the Penguins. Awesome. So we're off on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Boy, Jim Knob! Jim's going back to Pittsburgh!
For the Nashville Predators, this will be the 4th straight series they will start on the road. Hopeful it will begin like the previous 3, with a win. Made all that much harder by the caliber of the opponent, the defending Cup champs, who are right back where they were 1 year ago.
This is crazy how quick it goes by from this year to last year. Like, it's gone by really quick. I mean, there's always those points in the season that kind of drag on a little bit. You know, we talk about, you know, January, February when you're, you know, 2/3 the way through and kind of drags on a little bit at that point. But if you love doing it and you have a passion for it, it doesn't feel like maybe it's tough. I don't know. That's the way I look at it anyway. I don't know if everyone maybe sees it that way, and it doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. Like, you know, when it's hard, you don't just stop loving it. You know what I mean? Just because it's hard. I mean, that's just the way it is.
How are you, Sid?
How you doing?
She's so happy to meet you again. She met you down in Slickley one night.
Okay, cool.
Appreciate it. Good luck in series.
Can I just get a picture, Sid?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Thanks so much. You're doing great. We really appreciate it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Can I snap one with you? Yeah.
Pick the master. Thank you.
Thanks. Hey guys. How you doing? I don't know where I'm going here.
It may seem odd that today, of all days, Sidney Crosby does not know where to go. The setup of Stanley Cup Media Day should be familiar for someone in his 4th final. But what the Penguins captain does know about this time of year is the unmatched wisdom of someone who has been here before.
We're fortunate that we're able to get back here. A lot of teams don't get this opportunity. We have a group of guys that have been able to stay together for a number of years and to share those memories and go through those things together and build that trust and belief, and that can take you a long way. You can have experience, but you still got to go out there and play the game. So this is a new year, it's a new opponent, and we feel pretty fortunate to be here in this position, and I think we're just trying to have fun, and you know, we're excited for this chance.
Thanks, Sid.
All right, thanks.
While Sid chooses to stick to the script, Nashville's telegenic defenseman PK Subban has an altogether different approach to his day under the lights.
Is this on? Is the mic on? Excuse me, guys. Hi, Ryan. I just have a couple questions.
Yeah. Step up in front center.
You want me to get centered here? Sorry. Excuse me. Can you get out of my way, please? Thank you. So, Ryan, for those players out there, you know, that are undersized but good-looking players, how do you, like, what advice would you give to those players? You're in the Stanley Cup Finals now, man.
It's my teammates. I mean, imagine playing with PK Subban. Oh, it's a dream come true.
And you've seen him in the shower. You have, right?
I try to avoid that part.
Oh, you avoid it?
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. Go on.
Yeah. I mean, it's all my teammates, and when you get a chance to play with like an elite player like PK Subban, I mean, he really does all the work out there. I just kind of am the guy on the side.
I just want to say congratulations on being in the finals and good luck. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Yes. See you, Ryan.
In the Stanley Cup playoffs, there's an increased amount of confidence gained with each series won. And tonight, on the eve of the final, Both teams are eager to keep their momentum going in Game 1.
You have forsaken all the love you taken, sleeping on a razor that's nowhere left to fall. Your body's aching, every bone is breaking, nothing seems to shake it, it just keeps holding on.
You guys have worked the tails off to get here. Now the fun stuff starts.
Game 1 is up for grabs. It's up to us to fucking take it.
Let's embrace this challenge. Let's go out and get Game 1 here. Come on.
Time, boys. Here we go.
It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh tonight from the PPG Bank Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The National Hockey League presents the Stanley Cup Final, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Nashville Predators.
Here we go, shit. Fishy. Let's go here. Stop for me, okay? I'll bring it.
While it's the Penguins who come into the series with an overwhelming advantage in Stanley Cup final experience, it's the Predators who look far more comfortable and appear to take the early lead.
Ainsey peels off, but his pass is blocked and taken on by Forsberg. Back to Subban, moving in and shooting one. He scores! Nashville strikes first.
I can't see it. Is it onside? It's close.
Give me a decision, yes
We're
or
going to
no.
challenge the offside.
You're challenging
Yes.
that the play was offside,
Yep.
okay. After video review, it was determined that the play was offside, therefore no penalty.
But when Nashville's frustration soon boils over,
There might be 2 penalties here, Doc.
5 on fucking 3! 5 on fucking 3! Are you kidding me?
Pittsburgh eventually capitalizes on the Preds' misplaced anger.
Hands on the Malkin, fires, scores!
And as the Pens finish the first with a flourish, Nashville's irritation only grows.
Right back outside of the net, scores! Siri!
An incredible pass by Chris Kunitz.
Hey, we need the next goal! We need the next goal!
Benino one-hands it in front, darted away, but in! A lack of discipline cost the Predators, and that's it for 1.
That's not a reflection of how we're fucking playing. Not a reflection of how we're fucking playing.
boys? Yeah, we're fine, we're fine.
We'll get that next one.
Everyone on the same page. The work ethic's there. We just keep playing fucking hard, put pucks behind them, we're gonna get our chances. Could have been fucking 3-0 us in the first 5 minutes.
We're faced with a little bit of adversity. The score of that period is worse than we played. First 10 minutes of that period, they weren't even in the fucking game. It's a good test for us right here. Believe me, the period was not as bad as it says 3-0. What we need to do is win the second period. Get the next goal. We fucking flip this script right now. We're back in the game. Let's go.
Come on, boys. Here we go. Let's go, Ben. Win the second.
It is always interesting what coaches who reach this far in the Stanley Cup Final can do with a few minutes of intermission time.
First shift here, let's go!
For Peter Laviolette and the Predators, trailing by 3 in these playoffs is territory uncharted. And with Nashville beginning the second with a renewed sense of urgency, it's the Penguins who break first.
And some ill will, and a penalty is coming up. Penalty box doors are open for the Penguins.
28 Pittsburgh, minor penalty, roughing. Power play, execute here. They called it roughing. Or more high sticking.
Given an opening, the Predators take full advantage of the opportunity.
Ellison drives. He scores! Ryan Ellis, and it's 3-1. Penguins are still shotless in the period. The last shot for the Penguins came with 3:26 to go in the first period.
And it's all Predators right now.
Don't look for a fucking easy game here, boys. Come on.
That's it. The shots in the period were 9-0 Nashville.
You're the fucking man, Colsey. No one likes you.
You can't have a better period than the Nashville Predators had back, and he only got one to show for it.
Come on, boys. Come on. Big 20. You haven't fucking played close to our best. Go up and get it here.
We got to get some juice on the bench. The period didn't go our way. We know we're better, okay? But we can't have a deer in the headlight look. We got to respond and react the right way, all right? So if you didn't have a great period, whatever, move by it. Let's have a good half hour here, and we get out of here with a win, all right? It's the fucking Stanley Cup Finals here, all right? So let's get excited. Everybody's going to check their egos at the door. Let's just do what's best for the team. We got a 3-1 lead. We got a half hour work. But we need some juice, guys. We need some fucking juice. It starts with skating, putting punch to areas, and let's get more involved physically. All right? Let's get it done. Come on.
The third period begins just like the second ended, with the Preds having the better of play, ready to exploit just about any Pittsburgh error in judgment.
Fans don't agree. To the box, Malkin. To the power play, the Predators.
What are you doing on the face-off here? Find your seam, because they might jump on set. Yeah.
Stay out. Josie with it. First one. Scores! And it is 3-2.
That's it, boys.
Just tremendous puck movement by this Nashville Predator power play.
Come on. Keep going in here. Next goal is fucking huge. I mean huge. Let's go. That next goal is a different ball game in here.
Watson pulls around behind, steps in front, the shot, score!
Goudreau takes the puck and puts it to the back of the net, and the Penguins are reeling.
Here in the third, it has been all Nashville.
I'd love to see somebody shoot the fucking thing once. We got 8 shots on goal. Can somebody shoot it?
After going without a shot on goal the entire second period, remarkably, the Penguins continue with their futility more than halfway into the third, until finally a Pittsburgh shot finds not only the net, but the back of it as well.
Carried in now by Gensler.
And the first shot on Pecorine in forever.
37 minutes and 9 seconds without a shot, and then the one that they get breaks the tie.
Keep firing pucks. Keep firing pucks.
Now Rene comes to the bench for an extra attacker. Net empty as long as Dumoulin. Benito able to step free. Lobbed one along. Score!
You feel like you guys outplayed them tonight?
I thought we did a lot of things well. Being down 3-0 on the Stanley Cup champions, coming back, tying it up 3-3, and having an opportunity to win a hockey game is definitely something to build on. You know, for us, we're going to take the positives out of this game. I mean, anybody watching saw that we played a really good game. Just, you know, we got to clean some things up for sure.
I think we all know that we won a game, but we weren't at our best. And it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take a lot more for us to win the Stanley Cup. So we know that we've got to be much more competitive if we're going to get the result we're looking for here. And so everybody's got to take a hard look in the mirror and say, how are we going to respond the right way here? And then we'll go back at it for game 2. All right? Good job.
I got to find a way, fellas. Bones, big game. Jake, awesome job finding one at the end. That way, boys, that way. Bones, skate, please.
Get him on game 2. Bring home another cup for us, Coach.
We're trying.
Coach, thank you, appreciate it.
Awesome game 1.
I don't know how awesome it was, but we'll take the result.
I had a blast.
Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter how you get it done. You got the W,
That's
right?
right.
Who's up 1-0?
I know it wasn't our best game, but you know, I give our players a lot of credit because I think we're a resilient group, and you know, we find ways to win.
This is the first time that both coaches in the Stanley Cup final are American, both in fact from Massachusetts. And while it's Pittsburgh now that Mike Sullivan calls home, he still remains close to his roots.
Hello.
Hi, Stanley. How you doing, buddy?
Stanley for obvious reasons.
A day off this time of year is a luxury, and it's one that the Penguins coach is happy to spend relaxing as well as competing with his father George.
It's nice to spend some time with my family. 14. 19. He's been a big part of my life, especially my hockey life. He's never short of an opinion, you know?
Oh, come on, will ya?
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm sure my players probably say the same thing.
15-2, 15-4, 15-6, and a pair is 8. It's a great relationship we have. He always includes me in everything he does. He makes sure I get taken care of.
He lives in Florida, so he comes up for the playoffs. He wants to go home the day after the parade. I said, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. He's an optimist, that's for sure.
It could be game time, yeah.
Don't count your chickens.
You think Laviolette yesterday was counting his chickens when he tied it up 3-3? You never know when the game's over.
In 6-12, you beat me, son of a gun.
Coach, you hockey, you win over there, you don't win here.
If I had my choice, I'd rather win over there.
If I was you and I had my choice, the same thing.
This is Pittsburgh, scene of game number 2. 20 men will wear the logo of Nashville and Pittsburgh. This crowd will be electrified tonight.
Heading into Game 2, both coaches are understanding of the game's importance. Of the last 50 teams to lose the first 2 games, only 5 have come back to win the Stanley Cup.
High-octane hockey all night. Every shift that we go out there, account for your strides, account for your work, do the job out there with lots of energy. We're all in it for one win here.
I think the first 10 minutes are real important. They always are to this club. We got a great opportunity in front of us. Let's make sure we have a good game, too. Come on in.
Faced with the unpleasant reality of falling behind 2-0, the Predators know they must get off to a fast start.
Let's go here, boys. Hey, 2, hit it on! Here we go, boys. Way to get in the game. Good job.
The early resulting play from both sides is appropriately desperate and rugged.
What a big hit from behind there.
We're done talking. I don't want the big yelling all the time. Come stop. Oh, now you're a ref, Swatsy. I'm everything, buddy.
Crosby did not like the shot to the jaw there by Subban. And as Subban's down, there's the cross check to the back of the head.
And while squandering a 5-on-3 opportunity midway through the first doesn't help, Nashville soon regroups.
Hey, hey, hey! Smitty and Poe! Smitty and Poe!
And with one spectacular individual effort, takes the lead.
Auberg tries to get by right around in front. Score! What a play! Auberg, and it's 1-0 Nashville.
It is, however, short-lived.
Cherry put it off of Rene. Score! Genso!
That's a bad goal by Pecorine.
And another logjam of players gathering around. And a little extra after.
He just punched Genso right in the face.
So through it all, we are back even again. And that will do it for the first period.
That's it. Same way. Keep going. They can't do that all game, boys. They can't do that with us. They can't handle us. Can't fucking handle us. 3 fucking buzzing, boys.
I've got one major gripe for the period. Every penalty we deserved. Every single one of them. So we can either go to the box or we can win a Stanley Cup. So let's play our fucking brand of hockey for 20 minutes here and get ourselves a lead going into the third.
And so we resume.
Help!
What a collision.
That's playoff hockey, baby.
Oh my God!
You're a fucking truck out here. You're a truck.
Terrific start for the Nashville Predators.
The second period is full of excellent chances,
Keep battling back there. Keep battling.
most of them for Nashville.
Shoots one and a great save there made.
Oh, nice work.
Drive by Yossi and a save made by Murray, who is getting busier by the moment.
This guy's on it tonight.
Nice mark.
Nashville Predators are on pace for 50-plus shots.
Here we go.
But when getting a puck past Matt Murray proves to be exceedingly difficult,
And the shot is grabbed and held by Murray.
What a save, Murray. What a fucking save, buddy.
Game 2 remains even, headed for period 3.
And that will do it for 2. Matt Murray locks it down in the second.
Let's keep spinning more pucks to the net on this guy. Keep our shift short so that we can play. You can keep playing with pace here. All right? Stay with it. Just stay with it. All we got to do is elevate our intensity. We got to get our noses over pucks. Let's be the hungrier team. Let's be more competitive. All right? Let's push each other to be the most competitive group out there. All right? Let's get it done.
The third period begins with a jolt.
Rust shot turned down. Rebound score! Gensel!
It's the second of the game and third of the series for the Pens' 22-year-old boy wonder, rookie Jake Gensel.
You talking about being red hot?
Got a water white. Let's go.
Oh, and a heavy hit on Malkin.
Malkin ends up on his wallet.
Watch out.
Kessel fed one in front. Score! Ricocheted off a Predator.
It goes off the skate of Fiddler, and the Penguins with a 2-goal lead.
Malkin in a 2-on-1 with Kessel. Malkin a shot. He scores!
Somewhat shockingly, 2 quick Pittsburgh goals put Pecorine on the bench. And in short order, the game away. A stunning end to a physical night.
A little punch by Malkin. Subban there. What?
Penguins really shut it down. Their team defense, I mean, they shut down the Predators.
That's it. 2 games to none. With an exclamation point on the ninth.
That third period, it might have been our best of the series so far. We haven't accomplished anything yet, right? It's just one more win. We got to reset the mindset, go right back at it. All right? Great job.
That's where you got to find a way, but Muzz, huge stays all over the ice.
What can I, baby? Big 2 for us, huh? All right, boys.
Does the going home and playing at home where you've been so good, does that give you some confidence that you can kind of turn this around now?
Like I said, we've done some good things. There's 5.5 periods we really like things that we did, but there's just a stretch where they gain some momentum. They're able to capitalize and be opportunistic, and has swung 2 games in their favor. So maybe just a little bit more consistency, but certainly we're happy to get home. Our home building's been a good place for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Two games in, and it's the Pittsburgh Penguins who are closer to the very thing they both want so badly. The central notion to which all hockey players have long aspired, before even the league was founded 100 years ago. That the ultimate goal is the cup. But as the Predators head back to Nashville for Game 3, for the first time in these playoffs deep in despair, they might be wise to remind themselves that hope is always found at home. That in a friendlier environment, the faithful awaits, ready to embrace a turn in fortune. 2 games in, and it's still right there for both of them to see.